when I think of PR, um, I think of handling a crisis situation. I think of law firms that aren't prepared to handle a crisis situation, especially because we, as marketers, as PR agencies, we tell lawyers, you have to put out this content, you have to engage in social media, you have to be on TikTok, you have to put your face out there. And I think a lot of people will get themselves into trouble not understanding the line between like your opinion on a matter and your extreme opinion that is,
right,
I don't know, like cancel culture worthy, right? How prepared is the average law firm uh, how prepared are they to handle a situation where somebody, a representative, maybe not even you, somebody from your firm does something that gets you a ton of negative attention, either in the local or national media, and what can they do about it?
yeah. Law firms are not as prepared, I would say, as other industries from a PR perspective. And it's basically because, lawyers are in the crisis business. This is what they do, but they're viewing it from a legal perspective, which doesn't play out well in the media, but often they don't understand the difference. So that's often what the challenge is. So they're going to, and look, at the end of the day, staying out of jail is more important than staying off the news. That wins, So, but there is a balance there. And I think where a lot of firms get it wrong is they don't think about the reputation factor when they're, often the instinct is to double down on the legal route, which is don't comment, we don't, where, and look, not commenting on pending litigation is reasonable, but in a crisis, you have to think through how is this going to play out in the media, and those are two different. We often tell clients, when we're writing something, this doesn't have to stand up in a court of law. So this is a different animal, a different beast. The other problem I see is PR moves wildly fast nowadays. So it used to move fast for the internet, and it moves even faster now. Media outlets will often put up a story before they have all the facts and just update it as they go. So, it used to be that they would wait till they had a full story, and now they'll just get something in the rush to be first. So that's where law firms are kind of failing, is one, understanding the timeliness of it. And lawyers are busy people there, but they don't, that's often our struggle, is we know to rush and to respond and to think about all the implications publicly. But it goes back to law firms aren't immune to the other. I think about all the firms getting cyber attacked nowadays. This is a big issue. So firms are still vulnerable even to non-PR attack. That can turn into a major PR issue as well if that comes to light. But those are the real critical aspects of that. So I would say most firms aren't ready. It takes time and foresight to put together a plan and to know how to respond. And it takes working with professionals to help you respond. And if you don't have a relationship with a PR person when that happens, that's going to make it even more difficult. And the other thing is that when we talked about how does PR impact a law firm, if you do have a crisis, the more goodwill you've built up, the more you are a known entity, the more the media know who you are. You're a player in your community. I say player in a good way. You're a community steward. You're a steward of your community. You're regularly featured. A crisis is going to go over much better than it would if you've done nothing and kind of really stayed under the radar.